Hello. Hola. Okay. Hmm. All right. 2 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. Just bear with us. We're having a little bit of a technical issue as it stands. So we have Mr. Diallo, whose microphone has unfortunately um, not decided it doesn't want to work today. So we'll just get back to you shortly. Do apologize for that.
And there we go, folks. Right. That was rather close. I'll admit I was a bit panicky there. Right, folks. As Shiv said, hopefully you can all hear me now. Can you hear Shiv as well, folks?
Yeah. Hello, everyone. It is me. I'm Shiv. That's me. And that's my telephone ringing. And that's me rejecting the call because I'm commentating. Apologies for that once again.
Oh, actually,
Commentating over phone calls.
okay, actually, you've just reminded me I better turn mine down. Oh dear.
What's the reminder for Diallo?
My reminder is I've got to remember what I'm doing today. But anyway, today,
What are you doing?
well,
Yeah.
today we're at Bathurst. That lovely little Australian piece of the outback that people love going up and down over.
Oh yeah. It's a
Oh,
very popular track. We had a very interesting endurance race here, if you remember.
yeah. How can I forget? How can I forget that? Oh
How
dear.
can you forget? Well, Diallo.
Well, yeah, today's starter is my
Clearly.
mind. Yes, okay. Granted, I'll give you that one. I won't give you many. Remember that
Give me
one.
this.
I'll give you that one. Okay,
All
allow
right.
me. Bathurst. And that's not Bathurst. So, today it looks like we've got around, I do say around 17 or 18, because you know what drivers are like. Some of them only like to turn up at the last blooming minute. So, right now we have 12 minutes of qualifying left. And as you can see, the present moment, it is a Lexus that is in P1. A Lexus?
Not qualifying, Diallo. We're in free practice.
Yes, I know. We're still in free practice and we've got 11 minutes left. But in P1
Yeah, I mean,
is a Lexus.
it's
And
definitely interesting for sure. I mean, like, sorry to interrupt you, but yeah, like we've been seeing a lot more interesting car combinations being thrown out. Like last season, we saw a lot of McLarens, a lot of Aston Martins, a couple of Audis, a couple of Ferraris, Mercedes in there. We're seeing now a Lexus, an Audi, and a Nissan. And if I'm being honest with you, I didn't even know Nissan had a GT program until very recently. Because I had always mistaken, like, because this is my bad for like a very long time. I mistook Nissan as Toyota, and I'm like, oh yeah, they have a hypercar program. But I'm like, wait, no, they don't. They have a GT program with the GTR, a very popular both road car and very popular sim racing car. But yeah, it's great to see some more experimentation as well. We also have a BMW in P4 with Brenham, so a lot of cars that we haven't seen at the top, because typically with the Sprint Series last season it was Bentley or McLaren or Aston that really
oh,
ruled it. But now we're seeing some variation, so
we
that's
are.
been
I mean,
pretty
the
cool.
thing is, we've got no Bentleys in the series
No,
so
yeah,
far, and we've
very
got no
surprised.
Porsches.
Very surprised, yeah, because you'd think, the Porsche and the Bentley would be good. Like, the amount of domination that that the Bentleys had last season. Like, cause like I remember they used to win race 1, and then for race 2, someone else would win. You know, when people
Mhm.
start panicking and stuff like that. But I'm very surprised to see no Bentleys. But I think it's mainly because the Bentley is a very good endurance car, but I would say, you know, all the other cars are very good sprint ones. I'm particularly surprised to see no Porsches because I think that's quite a popular car to run. But at this circuit where I don't think you really want a lot of oversteer, especially going down into the S's. I mean that is quite scary because it's a blind corner like Brands Hatch for the first couple of S's. So S is like maybe 1 and 2, and what is typically on the track is the skyline turn before the S's, so turns 11 and 12. Um, so that's quite blind. So you really don't want oversteer on this track. I don't think you really want a touch of understeer because you want to keep your car on track. It's a combination of a lot of tracks. I instantly first 2 corners reminded me of Laguna Seca, especially the uphill and the downhill climb. That kind of reminds me of the corkscrew kind of section. You also have elements of Baku, like the Azerbaijan F1 street circuit, with obviously the very tight walls, and also elements of Imola or Monza, with obviously there's no runoff here. There's not a lot of runoff. You can see a couple of pieces, but if you do run off, that is grass or gravel or something or the other. But yeah, that's just my take on the whole thing. But it is good to see some more variation with cars because it makes for an interesting race. Different cars handle different ways and have different strengths and weaknesses, so it'll be quite interesting to see. So I don't know what your thoughts is on that, but yeah, it's very interesting.
My thoughts? Oh, my thoughts are away with the fairies. Anyway, here we go. We have 2 safety cars out on track at the moment, even though we will have only 1 during the race. Now, Bathurst. Gotta love it. I think Bathurst is actually a Marmite. You either love it or you hate it.
Hmm?
You don't know what Marmite is, do you?
I know what Marmite is. I know what
Right.
Marmite is.
Okay.
It's one time, and this really reflects my age. A couple of years ago, we had a school fair where people from all around the globe bought in things. Like people from India would buy in some sweets. People from the Americas would get in their local, cuisine. And I tried Marmite, and then before you ask, Marmite and Vegemite are 2 different things. So I tasted an ite. I don't know which specific one, but it was quite sour, quite strong tasting, and I was just like, well, I don't necessarily mind it, but I wouldn't. It's not my first choice. It's kind of like butter or
Over here, it's
eating the
definitely
bread.
love it or hate it. You either love it or you just hate it. I'm afraid I'm a hater. Don't like it at
Yeah.
all. But anyway, this circuit definitely seems to be a bit like that with the drivers. They either love it or they hate it. Well, actually, they only really hate the S's. Let's be honest.
Oh yeah, those in the nighttime, especially when we were doing the 6 hours of Mount Panorama. Those were
Ooh,
scary
yeah.
to drive. I don't know if you remember, but we saw a fair few people who were running at the front absolutely lose their race because of that.
Oh yeah,
And,
for
and, and
sure.
that is in the daytime, in the nighttime, those corners are scary because you can mess them up very, very easily. Um, and also, I would say it kind of tricks you, at least in my opinion. If we're on board with Carpian in the number 3 Lexus, sorry if I butchered your name, most likely I have, just coming up through the S's now. See, from here, ideally you want to go flat out, but then here is a very big braking zone. So if you do go flat out like I do, because I'm obviously trying to learn the racing line without like the use of the racing line itself on the game, you are fooled into going flat out, but that is only going to end up with a barrier. So it's very interesting. It's got that kind of like thing of, do I accelerate, do I brake, kind of would you say mentality would be the correct word then, Diallo?
Yeah,
Yeah.
balls to the wall would be another way of putting it. You just go for it.
I
Oh,
mean, it's
yeah.
I think you can get a lot of time down at the S's. You can get a lot of time on a lot of places in this track, particularly the S's.
Well,
Scary corner, man.
it is. If you've got the kahunas to go down here at a great rate of knots, then that is what you want. But you need that. You've got to be on the needle or on the thread, whichever way you
Oh
want to
yeah,
put it.
threading the needle.
Yeah, you
Yeah, threading the
really
needle. I think
have
that's
got
the
to
expression.
be. Yeah. And one
That
slight little mistake, boom, going up and over here. The amount of times I've
oh
kissed
yeah.
these
You'll,
walls. This one, that one. Bastards.
oof. As you say that, yeah. Even they're even catching our most decorated drivers out. Like
Oh yeah.
Brunschweig's, yeah, he's been caught out by it. Brenham's been caught out by it, and stuff like that. So no matter how good you are as a driver, inevitably, one way or another, I would be very surprised if you can do well on this track and not scrape or give a little love tap to the barrier. Now
Oh,
we are
here we go.
forwarding to
Now we are
qualifying, where
qualifying.
these guys will be inevitably pushing to the limit. So we will see if they push and stay within their barriers, if they push too far. We have IO in the number 45 Aston Martin. First out, we've got car number 5 has been disqualified by race control. Okay, that is the safety car. P. Colros, so our safety car driver today, in the AMG. Now we've got a couple of cars lining up. So we have IO, quite literally IO, is the number 45 Aston Martin, followed by Daniel Brunschitz in the number 17 Nissan. It's interesting. I've never really seen the Nissan really like perform. Have you driven the Nissan yourself,
Oh,
DLO?
I have. I like the Nissan.
Yeah.
It's, but then again, the Nissan is another love it or hate it car. It's not.
Mm.
I can't remember what I was watching, but most people, they say the Aston Martin is one of the most easy to drive cars.
All around.
All
Yeah, it's a
around,
very
yeah.
all-around car.
Whereas some cars suit some circuit. I don't know many circuits that suit the Nissan. And it does take a very good driver to get the best out of the car. And we have got a very good driver in there. Daniel Brunschitz is a very good
Very,
driver.
very good.
He's always up
Extremely
and around the top. That's if he doesn't forget
Mm-hmm.
to put his race setup on and not his qualifying setup on,
Yeah.
which he
Oh
did
man,
last
that
week.
was so
Unfortunately.
heartbreaking for him last week. Yeah.
Yeah, he qualified so
heartbreaking.
well, and then he went and put his qualifying setup on for the race, and his tyres just died. Absolutely died.
Yeah,
But
indeed.
anyway, here we go.
You really don't want, hot tires, especially at this track, because you'll be sliding all over the place. Especially in the S's, you'll have to
yes.
slow down if you don't want to, Tokyo drift your way into there. So, first couple of laps are now being registered. So we've got IO, number 45, Aston Martin, first at the pit lane, and now getting their lap in. No traffic is up ahead. You've got Daniel Bernscheid behind for company. So currently now is going through turns 3 and 4, and now onto turn 5, which is Griffin's Mount. So this is Griffin's Mount right here. Then 6 and 7, that's Reed's Park. 8 is Frog Hollow. 9 is Sulman Park. So a lot of parks here. And this is number 10. This is where it gets a little bit scary. This is Sulman Park and John Huxburton Vista. Then the Skyline. Then the aforementioned S is not here in Suzuka. We're here in Australia, which is a little bit away, and also spun around at this. We're going to be seeing that quite a bit. Luckily, he's managing to get out of the way. He's parked in a dangerous location. You really want to get out of there as fast as possible, my friend, because otherwise there's going to be a collision. There's a yellow flag, and we've got some other people who have damage. We have Apleon in the number 828 McLaren, who has rear damage. So you can see that by there, and I think that's probably bunched up the field, but not in the way you'd expect. So a lot of people have had their laps hindered. So I do believe that Brunscheid's, physically speaking, is the first now to complete a lap, and now going through Murray's Corner and onto what I find one of the funniest corner names in all of motorsport, Hell's Corner. The time is a 203.2, not as going to get much faster, so this is Hell's Corner right here. You might see a very similar layout in Laguna Seca all the way in the Great USFA, but we saw times of a 201 set by the Lexus of T. Crappen, and as I say that, Brenham has put a time which is 2.1 seconds faster. I was going to say 1.4 seconds as Crappen, aforementioned, the number 3 Lexus, sets his time in qualifying with a 2:01.7. So it is now starting to go faster, but will we see more chaos in qualifying and crucially in the race?
We always will. It's Mount Panorama, for goodness sakes.
We're gonna see chaos.
Oh yeah.
Is what you're saying.
We're gonna see enough people bounce off these walls. That's what I'm saying.
It does beg the question, though. Is this circuit safe? You know.
The answer to that is yes, because even though the only three straights really on this have runoffs. Okay, so when you're coming down towards the chase, then into Murray's Corner, then from Hell's Corner up to the quarry, you've got runoff in most of them areas. And as you go over the top, you're not going that fast. Well, I say you're not going that fast. You're probably going 150, 180 k's. Which in these cars is not that fast. And you're more likely to give a
Speaking of,
slap.
we've got a yellow flag down at the S's. That's K999 and the 999. Aston Martin luckily has gotten going again.
Looks
Do you
like
reckon a lot of people's laps are hindered? Yeah, he's going to the side, which is good.
No, I think he's got major damage to the front.
Oh, I mean, is he going to the side intentionally or unintentionally? Either way, he's gotten out of the guys' way. The main thing with the qualifying session is you cannot return back to the garage. Practice you can, but in the qualifying in the race you cannot return to the garage because I think it's just prohibited by JL Motorsports. Yeah.
Oh yeah, just look at that poor guy's bloody. Look at it.
Yeah, the hood is like popping out. It's like extra. I mean, that's a different take for downforce. That
Hello.
must have been a hefty whack. That looks more like a hey Tom, you're right.
Yeah, we have one little issue. Diallo, if you want to make your screen a little bit bigger on Streamlabs because it's like kind of cut off on
Oh
Twitch.
God, you know what?
Just letting you know.
It always resets. Thank you.
No worries,
You'd
mate.
think by now.
Let me know when you've done it, and
Yeah.
I'll have a look if it's good. Let me
That Aston Martin looks more like a Chevrolet with that bump.
Certainly does. Right, that should be fit to the screen
Alright,
now.
now back in the
And
pits. You can go to the pit
Diallo,
lane
also your
and then press button to crash.
also your mic is muted, I think, on Streamlabs. If I'm
No.
correct.
No. No.
Is it not?
No.
Hold on.
No.
No,
Oh,
it
yep,
was
it's good now.
muted.
Perfect. It
It
was
was
muted.
muted.
There we go. Perfect. Thank you, guys.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
So technically, have I been talking to myself once again for the second week running?
Probably. Chat. Did you hear me? Which I think you did because I asked if
I'm
you
pretty
could
sure
hear
you did.
Shiv, and Cole said, "Indeed, we can." So, oh well. Maybe my mic's just turning itself on and off. Woohoo! That's all I need. Righty then. Okay, so let's take a
Got a new
run.
pole sitter in the time that Tom has
Nope,
has
it's
come and gone.
back to the old
Actually, no,
pole sitter.
scratch that. It was Brenham, and then now 81 milliseconds the differences between Carpian. How do you pronounce it? I have no. If you would like to come in for an interview and tell us how you pronounce your name.
Carpinen.
Carpinen.
Yeah,
Alright,
Carpinen.
we'll
go
stick
for
with that.
one. Well, at the moment, we're driving with Peltoni. He's in the Audi, which he seems to like this one because he's up there in third at the moment. Only a tenth off the fastest
Audi's
lap.
quite a light car.
It is. It's a nice.
Audi's got a
it's
light
a
car.
good little car.
It's a nice car.
I don't know because I don't drive it.
It's a good car.
I don't.
It's very light. I'll say that much. Like it's very good in the straights. Like Audi's it's a good car for Monza. Audi's a good car for a lot of tracks that don't require a lot of downforce. He's got some traffic up ahead though. Hopefully they'll get out of the way, or at least if anything, give him a tow. Oh, has he backed off from his lap? Nope.
Nope.
He's still going for it, and he's getting a nice tow from the what I believe is an Aston Martin. No, that's the BMW and an Aston Martin. Yes, that is the Aston Martin off Packy, should I say? Sorry, El Packy. The number 65 Aston Martin.
Lanky.
That nice. No, Packy.
No,
El
his
Packy.
name is Lanky.
Oh, Lanky. No, but Packy is.
It's a swear
last
word
name.
over here.
Oh.
Okay.
That's not very nice.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's just.
Apologies, everyone.
yeah,
I
he's-
didn't mean that.
No, it's okay. It's just in the UK, it can be a bit funny, and you know what Twitch can be like. So we've spoke to him, and his first name is Lanky, so we'll just call him Lanky. Okay.
Lanky.
Lanky.
Okay.
All right.
Gotcha. Thank you.
You're okay. I should have
Alright.
told you that beforehand, but I didn't spot it. So I'll let you know.
Don't worry about it.
I'll let you
Get
know.
another yellow flag. Which
We always
is,
have yellow
again,
flags.
it's aptly on. Yeah, that's he crashed just before the main straight, so maybe was a bit too aggressive coming out of what I believe would be Forest Elbow. Very strange corner names at this particular circuit.
Well, we're
You know.
on board presently with Daniel Brunschitz in the Nissan. We're coming up through the cutting, and here we go over the top. Let's see how he does. Yeah, I always end up kissing around here, and
Yeah.
unfortunately for me, I'm not talking about kissing my wife neither. So
It's
here
kissing
we
the wall,
go
Yeah.
over the top onto Skyline, and unfortunately, I
through the
went and
gravel
did
we
it.
go.
182.
We've got a car
2.
disqualified, actually.
We've got two.
Good.
Mr. Taylor, Mark Taylor
Who's
on the
been
McLaren.
disqualified for returning to pit, so he would have technically been P9.
Is the
But he's been
audio is not
disqualified
very
for doing
good.
so.
Give me a second then, Millsy. Millsy.
Just to confirm, you guys can hear me, right? My beautiful, illustrious, magnificent, soothing, calming,
Okay.
collective, empowering
Yeah,
voice.
we want to. Right, yeah, yours is fine. I want to find out if you can hear the blooming game. So, for once in
Can
your
we
lovely
hear
life,
the old man and the game?
I'm fine. You
That is the
haven't
question.
shut up.
Yeah.
Curb your
Alright.
youthfulness for a moment, sir. Curb your youthfulness.
Okay, I shall. I apologize.
Comms are all good. Can you hear the game now, Millsy? I'm always good. Comms are always good. Me and him were always good. His background does need a tweaking every now and again, but that's how it goes, isn't it? Can't hear the bloody game. Why not?
Try to go to options and then audio and then try with that.
Yeah, I definitely need you to be quiet now. Because you're on the same property as that one. Right, how are we doing now, folks? Perfect. Brilliant. Why do I seem to have a setup that likes to just change my settings. I got gremlins. Right, ship. Let's have that energy back. Alright then, so we have 5 minutes left. And we have Alexis. Do you wish to... Yeah, I'll tell you what. You can run through the top 10 today. Right. Okay. Shall we do it the other way now? Which is we'll give people the time. So, Mr. Carpone, Mr. Carpin in the Lexus at the present moment is in the lead with a 201.125. Then we have Mr. Brenham, and by the way, I do apologise. Where are you, my little friend? Eris, you know, I've got to give a shout out to Eris. I was told off last week, but no, I didn't realise. But we actually do have we have a female gamer. We have a female driver, and I didn't realise that. And I'm always calling people Mr. Right, where was I? I was with Mr. Brunshitz. Mr. Brunshitz is running on a 201.965, so not that slow. But at the moment, I've only got 3 minutes and 26 seconds left, so I'm not going to get a chance to do it. But if we look at the top 10, we are looking at 4 seconds. So we are going to have a bit of groupage here. It's Well, it's either. Pardon? I hate Streamlabs. Ah, right. No, it's not you. It's not. Shiv, you're okay. Be quiet for a moment. I need thinkage. Right. This. Lose that sound there. I know it shouldn't, but you'll give me a second. It's how everything's linked in together. Right. Jib, say something. Nothing. Right. Okay. They don't hear you, Shib. No. Yeah, it's Streamlabs, Shib. So that's why. Calmness. Why the hell is this not working? Excuse my French, folks. But now we've got no desktop audio at all. So. No, I know what. I think I know what it is. Okay, right. Hopefully this will work. So that should be there. No, because you're still on there. Then if I send that one, good. I hate having more than one, so that's that there. Now, Shiv, you're gonna have to give me a favor momentarily. Okay? And don't be too loud. Alright? Because I am going to try and do something. Okay. Right. Folks, can you hear me? Yes, that's me. Jim, give me a test. Jim, can you hear me? Jim, can you hear me? Right, gents. I think what's happening is I cannot hear Discord now. I don't know where the ship is talking. Okay, so you will have to bear with us a bit. Sorry about this, mic issue. Oh, bloody microphones, I hate them. I really do hate them. I'm getting told off everywhere. I'm so sorry for this. Has been those days. Yeah, so I'll go. Shiv?
Hello?
Right, I can hear you.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, I can hear you.
Right, okay. Just be quiet for a moment then. Chat, if we can get it done before the restarts, can you please tell me, do we have comms? And what am I missing now?
Oh. Yeah, they can't hear me on stream.
I can hear you, Shiv. You're very low on my system, so I don't know what's going on at the present moment. I have lost it. May end up doing. In fact, we will be doing no comms if anybody can hear me. Well, I can get this sorted, but we will still give the race a good going. Oh, Shiv. Alex, I have no comms. All comms. It's not. Shiv, talk to me. Can you hear me? Right folks, sorry about that. It looks like I need a quick comms check before the race. So Tom, if you could please tell me if I am still alive and sounding. Oh, Gucci. Okay. The problem we have then is for some reason Discord is not sending Shiv to the screen. Don't know why, but it's decided not to do it. So it's being a pain in the backside. So, unfortunately folks, you've only got me for the race. Which is my big apologies because I have no energy. I don't usually do this part. Shiv usually does it all for me. So, anyways, here we are on the formal lap. Now I didn't manage to actually get the list done, did I? So, we have BMW in first. Good. Very good. Now I seem to have lost my... Sorry for this, folks, but right, let's retry this. I apologise, it's been one of those days today. Right, we have Brennan in first in his lovely BMW. Karpinen in the Lexus. Peloton in third in the Audi. Then we have Manuel Gimenez in the Ferrari. Daniel Brunschitz in the Nissan. The first Aston Martin of the day is Mr. Galli. I think that's Mike Galli, isn't it? Marco Galli. And then we have Jose Antonio Cariba in the Mercedes. Mr. Paolo Mazzeri in the Lexus is in 8th. K999, the Aston Martin, is 9th. 10th is Eris. Hello, Eris, in the Aston Martin. Please don't tell me off today. Where was it? 11th is Vincent Strout. And then Mr. Io in the Aston Martin. Mr. Sylvester in the Nissan. Lanky in the Aston Martin. And Mr. Taylor all the way back at the end, unfortunately got disqualified for returning back to the pits, so he will start at the back. Well, at least I've got that done. Right. Oh boy. So, here we go. Now I've got to build up all that energy that Shiv usually holds to get this done for you folks. Oh dearie, dearie me, thank God it is just a 45-minute race today. Right. Oyston is backing everybody up now as they start heading towards the chase. Everybody 2 by 2. Everybody behaving. Yeah. We go. We're coming up on the final corner now. Murray's corner. Like that. Yeah, Murray's corner. Here we go. Get ready. Green light, go, go, go. The Lexus has got the drop on the BMW now. Is he going to be able to keep it on the outside? Looks like he will. Okay, so that's the Lexus first, BMW second, and the Audi has come up into third, with the Ferrari in fourth and the Nissan in fifth. But at the moment, our fight is the BMW and the Lexus. Oh, BMW just takes a slight kiss into the wall. Let's hope he's not done any damage to that left hand side now, but unfortunately that's dropped him down into third. And it won't help going over here neither. So, let's have a look. With the Lexus in first, how are we doing at the back? Couple of kisses there on the wall. But everybody seems at the moment to be making it over quite well. Quite well indeed. So now we have an Audi and a Lexus fighting for first. BMW is dropping back a bit, but this Audi is not letting the Lexus go. So Peter Kilross is giving Timu Tarpinin a race, that is for sure. So here we go, we're coming down to the chase for the first time. First 5 cars through, not a problem. Here we go, Muddy's corner. And that will be the end of the first lap, and that is just over 2 minutes. 2 minutes and 9 seconds to be precise. But how are we doing? Everybody else is still moving, so that's good. Harris is coming into the pit with Mr. Lanky in the Aston Martin. Oh dear, I seem to have missed something there. I do apologise for you two. I will try and see what happened. Right, back at the front. We still have an Aston Martin being followed by an Audi. Gap at the moment, not that big. 3/10 of a second. And then we got another 5/10 back to the BMW. But all it takes, as we saw on the outlap, is just one mistake and it can hurt you, and hurt you it will. This is Mount Panorama. So at the present moment we have 3 cars in the pits. We have the Aston Martin of Lanky. We have Eris, unfortunately, in the McLaren, and I think we've just had a retirement there as well. I think that was Cayman 999, but I will have to have a double check on that one. Right, back at the front, the gap hasn't really changed. The only change, well, the gap really is from second to third, so it's the BMW that's dropping back at the moment. These two, I think we're going to have a battle on our hands. Audi, Lexus. Who'd have thought it? I might have gone for a Ferrari today, actually. A Ferrari and a McLaren. I certainly wouldn't have gone for the Lexus or the Audi. But right now we have 40 minutes left on this glorious day at Mount Panorama. My mouth's now stopped working. Let's just call it Bathurst like everybody else knows it as. So they are just nip and tuck. These two cars are matching each other near enough pace for pace. If I'm looking at it, the Lexus did a 201.854, whereas the Audi did a 201.647. But the Audi is slightly quicker at the moment. And is he going to get it over the S's? No, he's not. That's allowed the BMW now to catch up a little bit more. But now we've got a 3-way fight for the lead. Woohoo! The Audi's going to start coming under pressure from both front and back, because he's got to keep looking at the front to make sure that he doesn't crash into him, and he's got to try and get past him at the same time. But he's also got to keep the BMW behind him. Don't envy him there. Here we go, up to the chase again. The Audi really gets close under braking, but then the Lexus just pulls away as they leave the corner. So, what do you reckon? Are we going to see an Audi win? What are we going to see? Well, actually, which one of the four? Because I don't think we ever had a Ferrari or a BMW or an Audi. Timu trying to break the toe there. He realises what he's got behind him. But that's some good driving, right? Everybody else is back out again now. Lanky and Eris, good to see them both back out. And driving. Have a look through the rest of the field. And here we go. At the back end, we seem to be doing okay. Now Daniel's in. Daniel has no luck. What did I miss with him? I know I'm quiet. I'm sorry. I'm trying to collect my thoughts. It's one of those races again. Right, the Lexus is now starting to pull away very slowly from the Audi again, trying to break that toe. It's still within the toe range, so let's see what happens. These walls are starting to claim victims, that's for sure. The problem is you always click on them after the event, don't you? You don't get them at the time of the incident. So Eris, so unfortunately, I'm guessing you must have had a collision there, Eris. Now that I know your first name, and I can't remember how to say your second name, I'll just end up calling you Eris, I'm afraid. You're doing alright as well, aren't you? That's Mount Panorama for you, isn't it? It can go along and seriously bite you in the ass as it has here. Daniel's still sat in the pits. I don't know what he's done. Well, we might get a word with him after the event. But at the front, we are still looking at the Lexus first, who's now starting to yo-yo. He was at half a second, now he's back down to 3/10 and now back up to 5/10 again. Oh lordy lordy. My dear mouth is going to be running absolutely riot today. Not going to know what's hit it. Mind you, I always did say I could turn the leg off, hind leg off a donkey. So, I'll give it a try. What a day for a race, what a day. Been one of those days, and I just hope I haven't spoilt it too badly for you folks. And we lost Shiv, and we'll have to find out why he's not being transferred on Discord. We're now seeing a bit of a race in the middle now. Nice and close. Oh, another kiss of the wall there. For the McLaren of Ski. Right, looks like our Lexus at the front is starting to pull away a little. Or am I about to eat my words again? No, he has. He's pulled out another 10th on the Audi. Ooh. What's going on with the Audi? Let's just stay on board with him for a moment as we go over the top now. Through the cuttings up onto Griffin. It is Griffin, isn't it? Over the top, Red Park, Stillman Park. Into the next park. And then onto Skyline. We have a double yellow somewhere, so somebody... Who's that on the side of the road there? Who did? Bit of a lock up there from Pelton. I swear I'm going to start putting the teeth in. Oh, here we go. Heading out the Forest Elbow down towards the chase. Fastest part of the track now, 260, 270, maybe even 280. It is heavy on the brakes, into the chase, down to second, out we go. Head down towards Murray's corner again. Again, we've gained a 10th on him. How much are we going to gain on him this time? Let's see. Yep, still stays at 7/10. Timing wise, we are looking at 202.196 for our Lexus, and for the Audi a 202.070. As you can see, it's very close. Although our BMW in third did do a 201.743, so he's actually quicker than the two guys in front of him. But they've managed to pull a gap of 1.4 seconds out on him already, which may be a bit difficult to pull back from this little race. Here we go, up and over again. Back on board with Ellis, just coming through Hell's Corner to the second quickest part of the track. Up and over we go. That's a new one. Now, it looks like our Audi has dropped back a little. Let's have a look at the timings here. Yeah, he lost 3/10 last lap to the Lexus. Lexus did a 201.596 and the Audi 201.878. At the present moment, they're not that far off the fastest time of the day, which is actually a 201.323, which is by the Audi. Looking through the rest of the field now. We have 13 runners, one in the pit, and that's the pit window open. So here we go. Let's have a look. When are the front two gonna pit? Well, the front three. Are we gonna see some overcuts, some undercuts, or are we just gonna see some just fine racing that we don't see here? Oh, here we go, down to the chase we go. Is anybody going to be picking into the pits? Let's have a look, because as we come over, Audi in. So, the Audi's in. The Audi is the first to come in. He's going to try the undercut. So, is he going to be able to do that? Good question, well presented, and deserves an answer, but we won't have an answer until Mr. Garpinen in the Lexus guides pit. So where will Dantery come back out in the Audi? The moment he's staying up. He's dropped to 4th. That's him down and away. It looks like Daniel might have called it quits for the day. I'm not too sure. I've got brain readings going on at the moment. So here we go. He's now in 6th. Quite a way back. Mid-pack have all started pitting already. So that's good, and so the tail end. So it is just really going to be the front two. When are they going to deem to come in? Now, no, definitely not that one. And BMW stays out with them now. So this is where we're going to start to get a bit more of the back traffic now. Are we going to see it come into play today? Didn't really do last week. Did quite well, even with it being on Laguna Seca. How is the Audi going to be doing? Is the Audi going to be able to make up that time? Or do we think the Lexus is going be able to build up good enough time to keep Elton in behind him. So we are now, as you can see, we are now waiting on the Ferrari of Stout, the Mercedes of Antonio Carreba, Miss Galley in the Aston Martin, Benham and Carpinen in the Lexus here. They're the only ones that haven't pitted now. Everybody else has pitted, so what are we going to see? Because it's coming down against the chase. Is he going to come in this time? Nope. Here's the BMW. The BMW's in. So I hope the Lexus does realise that we have a pit stop today. I think the clue is with everybody else going in, like, but we've still got to wait and see because it's up to him. We've got 4 minutes and 45 seconds left on the clock to get into the pits. So he's got probably 2 laps, did you say? Yeah, we got 2 laps. We've got 2 laps before the window closes. And then he will be up for a nice 130-second penalty. Let's hope not. Let's hope he remembers now. As we're coming back over the top again, approaching the S's, everybody loves this. Don't care what you say, you love it, you love it. I like Bathurst, but I don't like Bathurst at the same time because I have great difficulty with coming over the top and hitting the right braking spot for the S's. It really is my Achilles heel right now. Right. Mr. Carpinen. Gonna have to come in a minute, mate. When are we getting you? This one or the next one? Because you can't wait any longer than that. Okay, so you really are going to push it to the limit. He does know there's a pit window, doesn't he? And that he's got to stop. I hope so, otherwise he's not going to be a happy bunny when he cops the 130 seconds. The same goes for Galli as well, for Marco Galli in the Aston Martin, and Stout in the Ferrari. If any of you are listening to me, please remember, Galli's in the pits now, so that's just leaving Stout and Carpinen. What's going to happen? Make it sound like some kind of horror movie, didn't I? Good God. Mind you, it will be a horror if he gets that 130 seconds. He will not be a happy bunny. Present moment, he's only got 34 seconds on peloton. Alternating. Really gotta put my teeth in for these now. So here we go, Timu now coming down the fastest part of the track, heading towards the biggest braking point as well. Heavy on the brakes as we go into the chase. Yeah. Brake. Here we go now. You've got to come in this time. You've got 1 minute, and there we go. Phew. He's in. So that leaves us with an Audi. Actually, a BMW. Oh, there. I was right. The Audi. Computer wrong. Yellow right. Makes a J. Now, what's he got? Just coming down to the fastest part of the track, but is it gonna be enough? Have them new tyres been able to claw him any time back? He left us with what, 1.5, well, just over a second when he left. Have a look. How are we doing? Still steady in the pits. Here we go, coming up to Murray's corner. We're going to start and finish line it. Still no movement. Oh, there we go. And Carpini is away now.
Pit window is now closed.
There's the pit window closed, and how is he going to come out? And ladies and gentlemen, we have a race again. Here we go. Now the Audi has managed to claw back the time at 1 second, but this Lexus is quick. But is it quick enough to get him what he needs to pass this Audi on these braking spots? Because we know this and Audi can hold it up. So we'll just see. It's one of those, it really is one of those. Let's just see how we go. One little tap, one love tap will cost first place here. Get close to the wall, but just don't get too close to the wall. Right, this is where Timu, if he's going to be able to do it, this is where he is going to do it. We don't know yet, so let's get on board with him. I'm drawing him in, but it's slow. This is going to be on the brakes if it is. He's gone on the outside of the corner, but the inside of the next one. Beautiful driving from both guys. Now, of course, because Timu has managed to brake and get back, now he's got to work it all over again just to get back in the same position to see if he can get down. Is he going to do it here? Both quick cars. This toe is helping. Again, the outside. Not gonna happen this time. Just let him know he's there. Hey, I'm here. Don't forget me. Let's be honest. How you can forget him when he's that big in your rear view mirror? Right, let's stay with Peloton as we go over the top again. Through the parks. Over onto Skyline and into the proverbial S's. Get that. Trying to get as close as you can. Right, who's going to get the better start out? And I think our Lexus just hissed the wall because he's fell back. He has. He's fell back. He's not going to be close enough this lap. Right. Next lap. Here we go. He'll be cursing himself at the moment because he's dropped 6/10 now for the Audi. A quick look, see what's going on in the rest of the field, shall we? There's Daniel out again. Here comes Ellis as we come into the S's. That lovely little McLaren. Oh, Eris. Unlucky, Iris, unlucky. I swear I'm gonna stop looking at people low down, because every time I look at someone low down, something happens. Not what I want. Well, I know it makes good racing, but not what I want. What's going on at the front now? Back here we are. Are we going to get the run up, or are we not close enough again? He's going to go for the outside, flash inside, but again, not able to do it. But he's closer. Letting him know he's there. These two are really going for it, aren't they? Now this time it could be a case that Timo has got the distance this time. He's closed the distance in, but is he going to be able to get the toe in time before we get to that corner? And unfortunately not. So we'll stay with Timo as we come over the top now. Come through Griffin and into the parks. He's got the legs on him there, but you know, this just really isn't somewhere where you can overtake, is it? I mean, you've got some serious kahunas if you want to try and overtake on the top there. Serious kahuna. Here we go, this as we come down now towards the forest elbow and down the straight. Oh, he's got the jump this time. He's well got the jump. Nicely done, nicely done. So, how close do you want? These two are going at it, hammer and fist. And there's Eris and Mr. Stout. So they're also watching their back because they've got the leaders coming up upon them. Here we go, Lexus again, letting him know he's there. Off the drive out. The Audi still holds on. That is some fighting by these two. Very good driving as well. Look how close you get to that one wall. Here we go. Oh no! That's going to be a couple of tenths lost, isn't it? Let's put him now into the grip of the BMW. But the thing is, Alexis got the speed to pull away again. As the BMW got thrown out from the Lexus, we just about have it. Well, here we go. Is that Ferrari versus? I think that door was well and truly politely slapped in his face as. Ooh, go on, you two. Watch your back, Ceres. Watch your back. Got the big boys behind you. Watch the BMW as well. Well done, nicely done, folks. That's what we like to see. Unfortunately, you have to let him through. But well done, nicely done, easily done. And nice move, by the way. There is just before the big boys had to come through. We did catch that on camera as well. So here we go, back over the top again. 1, 2 and 3. Close now because of our back markers. Here we go, griffing away. And heading into the parks again. One little love tap. See, going into the S's, I usually just end up going straight down. What can I say? My brakes don't work. Here we go again. How close are we this time? Not close enough, it seems. Is he gonna get it? It's another one of those, isn't it? Really is another one of those. A bit of a slide from the Audi, so that might give the Lexus the advantage he needs. Also put the BMW in the fray. Gives the Lexus the lead back. All it takes, all it takes. Managed to shut the door on him nicely. Has the Audi cooked his tyres now? I know he shouldn't have, but has he cooked them? Did he change them? You know, they only really have to put 1 litre of fuel in, but they can change the tyres if they want it. But look at this. Audi is having issues now because the BMW is coming back at him. Has the BMW, well, not the BMW, but has the Audi burned the tyres? Let's have a look. We've got 4 minutes left on the race. Let's have a look at the rest of the pack, see how we're doing. fucking idiots. I swear. There's a bump. If you just get it wrong at the top of the S's, the bump just underneath the signage there. And it really does bugger you. Right now, we are definitely look like our Audi has unfortunately lost his tyres because he's now into third. The BMW has just kept going, and Oyster has managed to get his second place. Good grief. It looks like the Audi managed to book his tyres, which is unfortunate, but that's the way racing goes, isn't it? Push too hard, that'll cook him. I mean, unfortunately, he's dropped down to a 205.142 at the moment. And I mean, that's some 4 seconds, nearly 4 seconds slower than than the Lexus of Timu. Even the BMW is still doing a 203. So we will have 2 laps left of this race, I think. Still can change, still all to play for. Like I've said, all it takes is one kiss, 1 second, not even a second, a tenth of concentration, gone. You don't know where you're going. Don't forget, we're doing 280 k's down here. Hard on the brakes. Here we go. Should be our final lap. 21 laps in total for today's race.
Alright man, the leader is on the final
Here
lap.
we go.
Give it a final push.
The leader is on the final lap. Through Hell's Corner. We will stay with our opinion now, cause, as I say, it just takes a kiss. Just to break that concentration. Now I've got 2 seconds on BMW. 4 seconds on the Audi. The Timu is driving exceptionally well today. He's at the fastest time over 201.323. In fact, actually the quickest was Brenham, and that would have been before the start. Right now, actually, looking at it, last lap was a 201.377 for Timu, and Oyster 201.389. Not bad, not bad. But here we go, coming down for our final time through the Forester's Elbow. Down onto the quickest part of the track. Three with Here we go, approaching Murray's corner for the final time.
The leader has finished the race.
Well, what can I say? Congratulations Timu, that was a hell of a win, and you just put in the fastest lap of the race. You put a 2 minute 1 second .002, so congratulations, you also take away the fastest lap of the day. Ooch, you doozy, that's the way you do it. I believe that is the way you do it. We thought he might have had a problem when the Audi got in front. Audi unfortunately must have worked his tyres a bit too hard. Unfortunately, he still came third. Tony still came third in the Audi. Brennan second. And the leader, well, the winner today in the Lexus is Timu Karpenin. Going to be able to take his donut soon. Everybody else, and we'll quickly run through. So Karpenin first, Brennan second, Peloton third, Gimenez fourth, Gali fifth, Caribba sixth, Io seven, Amanuski eighth, Stout ninth, Aphelion 10th. Tell me if I got it right. And Mr. Daniel Brunschutz and Mr. Mazarea in the other Lexus today. So, oh boy. Nice racing, gents. Some good close racing there between the Audi and the Lexus. Shame for the Audi because he worked so hard to try and get that time up to undercut the Lexus, which he did manage to do, but unfortunately seems the Lexus is better on his tyres, or Timu is. Timu took his chance when it arose, got past him. Unfortunately, like I say, I think the Audi's tyres are gone, and and the BMW came in second. One of those days, unfortunately, one of those days. So there you see is the final listings for today. Won't be able to get through them all, but here we go with the winners. First, second and third. So first in the Lexus is Karpenin, second in the BMW is Øystein Brennan, third in the Audi is Santori Peloton again, sorry. But either way, it was a good race between the three of you. Lexus and Audi, very close racing coming down into the chase. It was very well to see, very well, very good. Loved it. Right, what are we going to see now? Are we going to see any interviews, or is everybody going to go and just head for the home? Well, everybody is at home, but anybody want to chat after the race? I always get this area wrong. There we go. Let's see what we get. Here comes the donuts. One BMW off doing donuts. One donut. I think the Audi's enjoying himself. Oh dear, that was a very, very good end to the race. Didn't disappoint. Karpenin in that Lexus took his chance when it appeared. got past the Audi. The Audi, unfortunately, the brakes, not brakes, tires out. We dropped back into the BMW's clutches very quickly, unfortunately, and then you were third. But up until then, you were having a great battle with the Lexus. Congratulations to our top three. Congratulations to everybody that has finished the race, managed to finish the race. And at this present moment, it looks like nobody's going to be coming in for interviews. So, at that, with my voice, as you can hear, quite honestly breaking down, I am going to call it next 10 seconds. Unless somebody comes in, we will head off. Say bye-bye. Next week? Ooh. Now, I forgot about next week. I always do this, don't I? Everyone knows Tuesdays. Always do. I always forget things. Then I remember what I've got to do. So, let's see. Next week, what are we up for? Well, we've got 5 hours. And I've forgotten where it is. Difficult. 5 hours. Where we go? Where we go? Have a quick look. We were at Paul Ricard last week and next week. Ooh, lordy lordy. Okay, we've got 6 hours at Nürburgring. Uh-oh. That's mad. That's going to be my head battered. And hopefully we will have the comms all sorted out. So we will not have a bloody repeat of this. And I will have the young man with all the energy helping. So, from me, that's thank you for watching. If you watch this again, thank you. It's much appreciated. Every viewer is what we also have a nice rest of your weekend. Thank you. Sorry for the beginning. Yeah. We'll see you next week. Nürburgring, 5 hours. Same time.
In the night.